Hello students, and welcome to another lesson presented by the Learning Depot. I'm Lulu Shaw, and in today's lesson we will look at progressive tenses of verbs. In a previous lesson we learned that in order to communicate a sense of time, we must use verbs that specify a certain action when the time occurred. This is what the progressive or the continuous tense does. Verbs fulfill that function and help us convey the passage of time in a clear and concise manner. Verb tenses represent actions that happened in the past, actions that are happening now, or that will happen in the future. But there are different ways to represent time, and the simple past, present, and future wouldn't do if those were the only verbs that we had to describe the passage of time. So today we will learn about the progressive tense, also referred to as the continuous tense. When we learn about the progressive tense, you will see that the progressive or continuous tense indicates an action that is ongoing and has not been completed. In this lesson, we'll learn about the progressive tense, specifically the past progressive. Let's begin. Before we go on, let's review the simple tense. The simple tense describes action without specifically stating whether those actions are perfected, meaning completed or ongoing. But if we only had the simple tense, this would not be enough to indicate the nuances of time, since there is more to how we express the notion of time than just using the simple past, present, or future. Sometimes we need to indicate an ongoing or continuous action, and this is where the progressive tense comes in. The past progressive tense is used to describe an action that was started in the past and was interrupted by another action. To describe parallel actions, meaning actions that were in progress at the same time in the past. To describe an action that took place while another occurred. And to describe repetition, habitual action, or even annoyance. To form the progressive tense, we use a verb form called a participle. For the progressive tense, we will use the present participle. And to make the past progressive tense, we will use a compound verb form by using the past tense of the verb to be, was or were, plus the present participle. To make the past progressive using the pronoun I, we would say, I was cooking. With the pronoun you were cooking. With the pronoun he or she, or even it, he was cooking, she was cooking, it was cooking. For the pronoun we were cooking. And for the pronoun they were cooking. Let's look at some examples of the past progressive tense. In these examples, we will describe an action that started in the past and was interrupted by another action. I was recording the video when the mic died. In this sentence, we have the affirmative, or we can say, when the mic died, I was recording the video. The mic died while I was recording the video. Notice that these three sentences mean the same thing. Were you recording the video when the mic died? Here we have the sentence in the form of a question. I was not recording the video when the mic died. And here we have the phrase was recording interrupted by the adverb not. I was not recording. Let's look at examples of the past progressive to describe actions that were in progress at the same time in the past. These are referred to parallel actions. While Mom was cooking dinner, Dad was doing the laundry. Or we could say, Dad was doing the laundry while Mom was cooking dinner. So you could see that these two actions were going on at the same time in the past. Let's look at this example to describe an action that was taking place while another occurred. While the crowds were gathering to protest, the governor was preparing to sign the bill into law. And in the last examples, we can see the past progressive being used to describe repetition or annoyance. My neighbor was always complaining about my dog's barking.
The students were constantly misbehaving in class. In all these examples, the action was unfinished. That's why this tense is called the progressive or continuous, because the action was in progress. This tense is also referred to as the imperfect tense because the action was not perfected.
To summarize, in today's lesson you learned that the progressive tenses are used to indicate an ongoing action. When forming the progressive tenses, we use the auxiliary verb to be in all of its forms and the present participle. The progressive tense can be used in the past progressive, present progressive, or future progressive. Don't forget to go back and review the parts of the video that you did not understand. And if you have a question, leave it in the comments section below and I'll be sure to answer it. And please subscribe and hit the notification bell so that you will be notified every time I upload a new video. And if you like this video, please like and share so that others may learn about my channel. I thank you so much for watching and I'll see you real soon. Bye bye.